think we've got the technical difficulties worked out. Let me apologize to all you uplifters out there. I know you're on a time crunch today. And I've been upstairs, I've been downstairs, I've been in and out of this studio, in and out of the computer. Please forgive me. I'm going to give everybody a second just to log back on. Good morning, everybody. Reese Stewart, good to see you, Mr. President. Again, we are live now. It is the 26th of October, the last uplift of October. How many times have we said that, everybody? But we have. It's the last uplift of October, and we are cooking and moving right along. Again, I am your chief servant, Cliff Long, and I want to thank you guys for your patience this morning. I want to thank you for your tolerance. Listen, everything was on me. Got a new studio, new setup, new equipment, new everything, and your host just needs to learn how to operate things a little bit better. So I'm going to ask you for your forgiveness, but we're still going to uplift today. So good morning, Reese. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, Lisa Hill. Looks like the people are still here. Good morning, Elaine, Corolla. Good morning, or Carol. Keela Long. Good morning. Good to see you. Who else is out there? Hey, listen. Go ahead right now. Start sharing this. Let folks know that we're on the air. Send a text message. Send an Instagram. Send an inbox. Send a DM. Send the things that you normally send out to everyone. And let them know that Uplift is back on the air. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Put all that on me. I made a few mistakes, and now that I know how to do better, I'm going to do better. So today, looks like the people are rolling in. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Kim. Precious, good morning to see you. Rose Kemp, yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. Tatiana's in the house. Matthew Limonakis. Matthew, I owe you a phone call, my brother. I know that. You keep on, stay on the path. I'm going to catch up with you on there. I see Amanda Messer Creel. Good morning. Arizona in the house. Amanda Messer Creel, it is good to see you, my sister. JC McEwen, good morning. Stephanie, good morning. We are rolling in, rolling. It's good to see that the uplifters are still here. Arlene, look at Arlene. Yes. Guys, we're going to get started here in a second. I'm so happy to see Amanda this morning. Listen, I know you've been traveling and on the road, sister. Godspeed to you. Do that thing you do and make it happen. Priscilla, good morning. My brother, Thomas Wheeler. Hey, this show right here is for you, my brother. This morning is for you, Tommy Wheeler. I know you had a loss in the family. I love you very much. Thank you for reaching out to me and letting me know that happened. Okay, guys, we're getting ready to get started. This is the October 26th edition of Uplift with Cliff. It is 9:48 a.m. and I am 18 minutes late. Please forgive me. Better late than never. We're getting ready to get this thing started. So listen. As you guys remember, if you follow me on Facebook, I told you September was a hellacious month for me. Man, it seemed like nothing went right in September for Cliff. Everything, if I said up, it went down. If I said east, it went west. If I said save, it got spent. September was one of those months. But you know, the biggest blow in September didn't come because of money. It didn't come because of finance. The biggest blow in September came because I had an overinflated ego. Yeah. You see, when you're an extrovert like me and you love people, you want people to love you in return. And when you get that blow to your ego and you find out that he or she is just not that into you, that they're not as crazy about you as you are about them, man, it will rock your world. And so I was in a funk the entire month of September. Man, I had my head hanging down. And you know, I realized that, hey, Cliff, everybody don't like you. And I had to come to the conclusion, Thomas Wheeler and Rachel Solomon, I had to come to the conclusion, you just got some haters. Everybody ain't gonna like you. But you know, one thing I learned is when you go through something, it is never just for you. You have to process it and get yourself out of it, and then help other people deal with it. So I tend to know that if I go through something at my house, it's really not about me. It's about the person I'm going to help. If I go through something on my job, it's really not about the job. It's about other people that I have to help, because all of this is a learning experience. So today, I'm going to talk to you guys about something that's near and dear to me. You ready? We're going to talk about 5 ways to silence your haters. 5 ways to silence your haters. Yes, y'all ready for that? Okay, 5 ways to silence your haters. Good morning, Elaine. I see you, Claudia. See, everybody's got some haters. Now, let me help you guys understand something. So you're finally a success. Now what? You've made it. You're a success. You got your little title. You got your position. You're finally a success. Remember this, success can be exhilarating. Man, it makes you feel like you're on top. It makes you feel like you're the king or the queen of the world. But once you get a little bit of success going on for you, remember this, success breeds haters. Yes, success breeds haters. I see you, Mary Burke and Diane. Remember what I'm telling you guys, success breeds haters. Now, it's inevitable. They're going to come out of the woodwork. They're going to come out of everywhere. You will start making and having enemies and people that you didn't even know you had. I'll tell you a story real quick about how Uplift got started. Uplift got started because of a lot of hate. Now, Cliff, what do you mean? You see, I remember, I tell this story sometimes, man, we had this whole pandemic thing going on, and we've been lobbying, we've been working with city councils, county commissions, and mayors, and we had, real estate was deemed an essential service. And man, listen, let me tell you, we were happy here at the association because all of our people were going to stay in business. We're an essential service. It didn't take 24 hours before the hate mail started coming in. And I mean poured in. People reaching out to me saying, how dare you declare real estate an essential service? How dare you have all these realtors out on the streets and people are losing their lives? And that person had a point. But I had to keep going. I couldn't shut real estate down because remember, we were going through a health crisis, not a housing crisis. But if you want a housing crisis, shut real estate down and watch the city halls dry up, watch the tax dollars dry up. So we had to be an essential service. Well, the moment we were declared essential, the hate mail started coming in and my inbox started blowing up. True story. But you know what? What I had to do was, people even threatened that they were going to leave ORRA. They didn't want to be a part of such an insensitive organization, that they were going to quit. They were going to turn in their membership. I mean, it got really ugly. But I did what I always do. I reached out to my haters and I talked to them and I said, hey, listen, I don't know why you feel, I know why you feel the way you feel, but let's talk it out. Let me tell you what else happened. So right after that, just when you think you got the pandemic over with, then we have a situation with the George Floyd situation. And right after that, ORRA goes into a situation whereby we've got civil unrest, we've got rioting, we've got looting, we've got people protesting justifiably, we've got people looting unjustifiably. A lot of stuff's going on. And ORRA puts out a statement just like every other major association in America, giving people our stance on racism. Oh my God, you would have thought that I said we're no longer going to pledge allegiance. All of a sudden, just from one little email, I started getting hate mail from the left and hate mail from the right. People accusing me of associating ORRA with Antifa. People accusing me of associating realtor dollars and their dues dollars with the hard left. None of that had anything to do with anything. The hate just kept coming. And they hated and they hated and they hated. And these are true facts. Oh, Paulie, this story ends beautifully. It ends with me and you on Facebook Live. Don't you worry about me, girlfriend. Bob flaring it. Good morning, Bob. Listen, I saw Bob at the Citrus Club. That's right. Good morning, Chris Atwell, my brother. But from all of that hate, ladies and gentlemen, came Uplift with Cliff, because I realized my people just need a big hug. Some of y'all just need some uplifting. Some of y'all just need some love. Can't nobody be that mad. But our people were mad all day, and the haters came from the left. The haters came from the right. But from that, we got Uplift with Cliff, and we never turned back. So now, how do you deal with haters? Cliff, how did you deal with your haters? Good morning, Brad Burnett. Mary Burke, Bertaliza from Panama. I always love seeing you. My attorney out there in Panama. Now listen up. Okay, so how do you deal with haters, Cliff? When everybody's hating, they're coming from the left, they're coming from the right, they're talking about you, they're talking about your sister, your auntie, your mama. You ever notice one thing about haters? Haters don't discriminate. Now, they can start off hating you with regards to your business, but oh man, they start talking about your mama ain't never been nothing, your daddy ain't never been nothing. Oh, I know them, their family ain't never been nothing. You can be an angel, and all of a sudden, when the hate comes, they start talking about your brother deals drugs and your sister, she out there in the streets. Stuff that has nothing to do with your life, because when hate starts, hate does not discriminate. Woo! I just said something then. Listen, you can hate by discriminating, but hate don't discriminate. It will come to anybody, and it'll come to me. And I discovered in September, I got some haters, y'all. But you know what? You got to, I see you, Yola, and I see you, Aurelia, I see you. You got to keep on going. So now, let's talk about 5 things to silence your haters. What are they going to do? What do the haters say? They want to know, why are you doing this? Should I worry about what people are saying about? All these questions that the haters bring in your mind. Listen, there are people that hate because of this show. I don't know why, but they do. But I can't stop doing it because people have an opinion of me, right? Okay, so let's talk about the first thing you do when you discover that you have haters. Y'all ready? Okay, type this in the screen. The first thing you do, good morning, Aurelia, good morning, Anna. The first thing you do when you discover that you have haters is, drum roll, do I have something? Oh my God. The first thing you do is you get comfortable. Yes, you get comfortable. Listen, the haters aren't going to go anywhere because you're in your feelings. Your haters aren't going to go anywhere because you got a little emotional. The first thing you got to do is get comfortable. Now, it may sound weird to some of you guys. Get comfortable with your haters? Yes, but get comfortable with the fact that you're going to have haters. People who are envious of your success will try to shut you down every chance you get. One of the more comfortable things that you need to know is that you are who you are. Reggie Jackson, they call him Mr. October, Hall of Famer, Dodgers, baseball extraordinaire. Reggie Jackson had a quote. I want all my uplifters to remember this, because when you go out, you got to lift somebody up today. You're not going to have time to be moping and hanging your head down low. Reggie Jackson said this, fans don't boo nobodies. Boom. Fans don't boo nobody. If you were a nobody, you wouldn't have haters. If you were a nobody, people wouldn't be worried about who you are and what you're doing. But as soon as you start trying to do something, that's when the haters come. Remember this. Fans don't boo nobody. Yeah, I'm going to stand up on this one because I'm getting excited. So, when you start getting a few haters, remember what you have is some fans in disguise. Oh, wow. Chris Atwell, you better tell somebody. When you start getting haters, what you have now is fans in disguise. So, Claudia, I love you too, Claudia. I love having you on the show. Paulie, good to have you. Listen, the first thing you do with your haters, when you start to become successful, is you get comfortable with them. Get comfortable with the fact that people aren't going to like you. Get comfortable. This morning I was having a conversation with President Reese, and he was talking to me about some issues and some things that he wanted me to be aware of. But you know, Reese, that's my boy. That's my president. I love him. Best president ever. And you know, Reese talked to me, but I was comfortable with the fact that things are just going to have to be the way they are. And Reese knows that, and I know that. But I want you guys to realize that the first thing you do when you develop people who don't like you is get comfortable with it, because that's where you get your first victory. Now, the second thing I want you to remember is, remember, you got comfortable with these people. The next thing you got to do is you got to be empathetic. So number 1 is get comfortable with your haters and the fact that you're going to have them forever. Number 2, you got to be empathetic. Oh, no, Cliff, you mean I got to feel sorry for them, man? You mean I got to do? Yeah, you're going to have to be empathetic with these people. Yes. You're going to have a big heart. You can't walk around all mad every day and angry with your blood pressure up and putting a cuff on your arm and you 210 over 99. Nobody can do that. You got to get comfortable and you got to be empathetic, because when you learn to forgive, you'll learn to forget. When you learn to forgive, you'll learn to forget. So empathetic. So what am I talking about? Feeling empathy for someone who hates on you is the best way to get that stomach, that tight stomach, that internal intestinal fortitude that you need to be able to get past anything and anyone. Listen, seeing how people treat others will serve as a lesson that'll help you avoid the traps that they're in the future. Oh, wow. Yeah, when you see how they treat others and you learn how to be empathetic, it prevents you from being the hater tomorrow. Wow, see, you want to be able to celebrate other people's successes, and being empathetic for these people who are hating on you, that's what's going to help you to be able to stay in that lane and be empathetic. Because see, if you're not empathetic, whoa, judge not lest ye be judged. I promise you this, if you're not empathetic, tomorrow it's going to be you hating. You got to get that in your spirit. You got to get that in your heart. Learn how to celebrate other people. Be empathetic for those people who are hating on you, because if not, tomorrow it'll be you that's doing the hating. Okay, Berliza, you'll have a t-shirt sent to you. It's going to cost me about $600, but we'll get you one. Okay, so is everybody with me here? Okay, so number 2 is be empathetic. And you know what? When you're empathetic to a person that's originally your hater, it's going to probably put you on a pathway to where you're mentoring that person in the future. So that's a big thing. It'll put you on a pathway to mentorship. So be empathetic. Number 1, get comfortable. We're talking about 5 ways to silence your haters. This Monday morning, 10:26. I know it's 10 o'clock. I'm just going to take my time. If you got to go today, go ahead and get on out of here. I understand. I'll catch you next week on time. Number 1, we're going to get comfortable. Number 2, we're going to be empathetic. Now, what's the 3rd way to silence your haters? See, I know you guys thought I was going to give you some stuff where you just go tell them this and you roll your neck and you tell them this and they ain't going to do this and you're going to get in their face and you're going to tell them I bet. No, we're not going to do that. We're professionals. We're professionals. So the 3rd thing that you do when you're silencing your haters is you realize this. Criticism can be valid. Criticism can be valid. Yes, sometimes what they're saying about you, you need to listen to. Sometimes what they're saying about you, you need to listen to. As I said earlier, you don't have to listen to every critic, but do consider the messenger. Like I told you, President Reese called me this morning. He wasn't criticizing me, but I did consider the messenger. When he talks to me about different things, I take things from him like they're dead serious. Do consider the messenger. So sometimes when you get a little hate out there, it's not hate, it's constructive criticism, and you got to learn how to take constructive criticism. But always remember, constructive criticism should be building. It should lead you to something. If it doesn't, it's just criticism. They just hate. Put them out. Okay? Put them out. Okay, this is Uplift with Cliff. It's 10:02, 10:26 a.m. Now, so the first thing I told you, we're going to get comfortable. Then we're going to be empathetic. Now, I told you the criticism could be valid, and I want you to consider the messenger. Is the messenger an expert in the field? If they are an expert in the field that you're talking about, you should probably hear what they have to say. Do they have credentials in the field that they're hating on you in? If they do, you should probably hear what they have to say. You're probably going to learn a few things. Oh, yeah, see, this takes a spirit of humility. A spirit of humility. Listening to different points of view has become rare these days. It doesn't exist in Washington. How can it be that all the Democrats and all the Republicans are on different sides? When I know personally, I have viewpoints on both sides of the aisle. I feel things that both people are saying. There are plenty of things that Trump says and that Biden says that I agree with. So how is it that everybody can just be wrong? No, see, this is what happens when you don't have empathy, and this is what happens when you don't learn how to listen to other viewpoints. So listen to those critics, because sometimes they are right and they're telling you something that they can help you. So if you want my advice, here's Cliff's advice on this one. Instead of listening to argue, listen to understand. Now, I've told you that in several versions in the past. Instead of listening to argue, listen to understand. Do y'all hear that? You see, some people don't want to listen at all. Crickets. Listen, listen, listen. Hear what the haters have to say. Now, you don't always have to give them all your time, but definitely hear and consider the messenger. If they are an expert in the field, now, if there's somebody who don't know nothing about what you do, trying to tell you how to do what you do, then that's what you call listening with a grain of salt. You just listen, but you keep on going. Listen, but you keep on going. Is everybody, with me here? Okay, we got a lot of people still rolling in. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Mary Burke in the house. Okay, so my 4th point. Now, some of y'all wanted me to give you some big, some bold, some bad points. Well, again, I come from a place of empathy. I'm not going to have you out there in those streets all hopped up ready to fight somebody. So this is Uplift with Cliff, not tear them down with Cliff. This is Uplift with Cliff, and you're an uplifter. You're a builder. We're not out there telling the haters how we feel about it. What we're going to do when we approach haters, when we hear somebody has something to say about us, we're going to get comfortable with it. We're going to listen, because nothing makes a hater mad other than when you are unaffected. Be unbothered in the face of your haters. When you're unbothered in their face, it kills them. And the second thing you want to do is be empathetic. Look at them. Listen, in the South, we have a saying. It's called bless your heart. Bless her heart. You got to be empathetic. You look at somebody when they're saying something to you. Lauren Manarelli, you got to say, well, bless your heart, sweetheart. And that's a quick way of being empathetic, but you're not going to let what they say get to you. And then I want you to realize that all criticism is not invalid. Some criticism is valid. Consider the messenger. And if the messenger is valid, if the messenger is an expert, if the messenger knows what they're talking about, well, then listen to what they have to say, process it, and move on. And most of all, listen to understand and not to argue. Okay, so here we go. Now, number four. When you deal with the haters, number four. Now, we're going to get a little brash on this one. Going to get a little in your face on this one. This one is called marking your territory. So number one, get comfortable. Number two, be empathetic. Number three, criticism can be valid. But number four, you got to mark your territory, honey. Yes, and sir, you've got to mark your territory. Now, what do you mean by that? You have to define your area of expertise. Your area is your area. You tell other people, hey, stay in your lane. Now, if you can't tell me specifically how to sell this type of property, if you can't tell me specifically how to run an association, if you can't tell me specifically how to do this or this or this, then you mark your territory and you let people know you're good right there, cool. And you're good right there, cool. But this little pea patch right here, this little lane right here, you're going to need to get out of my lane. And you mark your territory. And so when you mark your territory, it causes other people to think before they act. Because they realize that they got to step in your lane, and maybe they don't need to be in your lane. So mark your territory. You got to be well-rounded, but you have to define your area of expertise. You see, when you don't define your area of expertise, you're opening yourself up to haters because you're talking about what you don't know anything about. I hope I'm creating some experts out here today. I hope I'm helping some people grow today. I stay in my lane. I don't tell anybody how to go out and get 50 new clients. I don't tell anybody how to do their job. I stay in my lane. I run an association. Now, there are some things that I can tell you that I have seen highly successful people do over and over and over and over, but I never come to you as an expert in real estate. I come to you as an expert in relationships. I come to you as an expert in motivation. I come to you as an expert in corporate knowledge and running an association, but I stay out of your lane. And therefore, I don't have a lot of haters. And lastly, okay, this was big. If you want to silence your haters, this is the coup de grace. This is the one that everybody needs to understand. This one you need to get. If you want to silence your haters, I feel like I've been fighting a 10-round fight. Y'all ready? Okay, let me get ready. I'm gonna do like Mike Tyson, just give one of those every now and then. Okay. The last thing, if you want to really silence your haters, increase your presence everywhere. You see, what they want is for you to fail. They want you to shrink. They want you to shrivel up. They want you to go down in a hole, because there are 4 words that every hater wants to speak over your grave. Y'all write this down. Write this down. 4 words that every hater wants to speak over you. Over your grave, over your business, over your marriage, over your relationship, over your finances. There are 4 words that your haters want to speak about you. I told you so. You see, haters don't hate alone. They hate to other people. And every hater, the 4 words that they want to say over you, about your situation, about your business, about your husband, about your wife, about your children, all they want to say to somebody else is, And you can roll your neck with it if you want, or you can say it with your chest. But the 4 things that they want to say, I told you so. And that's the satisfaction you will never give them. That's the satisfaction that you will never give them. Yes, Maria Alejandro. Yes, Anthony. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all got it. I told you so. That's what they're living for. And we will never give them that satisfaction. Because what you're going to do is when you discover that you've got some haters, the last thing I want you to do today is increase your presence everywhere. One way to elevate your presence is by getting published or cited in publications. If you write, if you do things like that. Another way is by having a media presence, traditional and online. You see, remember what I told you, Uplift with Cliff? It's a response to all the hate. Whereas some of it was directed at me, others was directed at the association, and other yet to the community. And so I didn't shrink down and shrivel and go in my desk and hide in my office and be like, they don't like me down there on I-Drive. They don't like me on Universal. Oh, goodness, they don't like me out in Naples. No. We increased our presence. So for all those people who wanted to say, I told you so, we got bigger. We got better. We became uplifters. We decided that you're not going to tear me down. I'm going to build other people up. And for all you haters out there, you just keep on hating. Watch us save lives. Watch us change lives. Watch us lift people up. Watch us change it one realtor at a time, one broker at a time, one uplift at a time, one Facebook at a time. Each one looking into the face of the haters and saying to them, I told you so. Woo! This is Uplift with Cliff. I'm feeling it this morning. It is 10:12 a.m. I'm 12 minutes late, but I'm right on time. And it is the 26th of October. You got to look at them. You got to increase your presence. Don't you ever let them have their I told you so. Walk away first. Remember, you don't shrink down when they start hating. You grow. And when you grow, they die. They're nothing but weeds anyway. So you start publishing. You get bigger on social media. You go out there and start making speaking appearances. You do whatever it takes, because when you're right, and righteousness always stands. Okay, you're right, Berlisa. You got the power. You got this. Listen, pretty soon, and this is that factor that's coming, pretty soon other leaders will be quoting you. Other leaders will be helping increase your presence. Other leaders will jump on board with what you're doing and legitimize that thing. All you got to do is increase your presence. Okay? So number 1, we're going to wrap this thing up because I got to do some affirmations. I got to get ready to let y'all go. I made up the time. The first thing we're going to do, this is 5 ways to silence your haters. October 26th, Uplift with Cliff. Here we are. The first thing we're going to do is, I told you, get comfortable. You got to be able to look him in the eye and just be unbothered. The second thing you got to do is be empathetic and say, bless your heart. But truly understand that if you are hard-hearted, it's coming back to you. Judge not, lest ye be judged. The third thing you want to do is realize that criticism can be valid sometimes. So do consider the source. If the source is legit, the criticism is probably legit too. And it doesn't mean you have to stop what you're doing, but you can change the game a little bit. The fourth thing you got to do is mark your territory. Like Berlisa says, stay in your lane now. Stay in your lane. I don't come try to tell y'all this. I don't come try to tell y'all that. Let me handle this little pea patch right here. And then the fifth thing you want to do is, in the presence of your haters, we want to increase your presence everywhere. I'm sending love out to you guys today. You were patient with me. You were kind to me. You waited on me. We've got people here. I've got people more online right now than when we started. So I just want to send some love out. All my people in Panama, my people in Arizona, my people in California, my people in Brazil, my people in New York, the people in Chicago that tuned in today. I know I got some NAR people. I'm sending love out to you. The people right there in Winter Garden, the people right here in Winter Park, Winter Springs, Winter Haven, and all the other winters, the people right here, my staff listening in right now at 1330 Lee Road, you know I love you. To all you people out there, I just want to thank you for being an uplifter. Before we go into the affirmations, I got to say, last week I promised you guys that I would send you guys an uplift pin if you were to share the message. Well, some of you guys have what's called private accounts. And when you have that private account, I can't get your name, and we couldn't pull your name. So what I want you to do is just inbox the ORRA Facebook page and say, I'm an uplifter and I'd like a pin. Now, if I could see who you were last week, you don't have to do it. Your pin's coming in the mail, your Uplift with Cliff pin. But otherwise, I need to know who you were because I made a promise I'd like to keep, and some of you guys have private accounts, so I couldn't find you online. And ORRA does not pry into your business. So, okay, that having been said, it's time to do some affirmations. Guys, I want you guys to understand that this is a period of time where you talk to yourself. We're going to do a few affirmations and say it with me. Because remember, I want you to talk to yourself. The first of every week on Uplift, I want you guys to talk to yourself. So the first thing I want you to say is, I am successful. You got to mean it. You got to mean it. I am successful. Say it to yourself. I am successful. Say it. I will be successful. I will be successful. Now say it. This is going to be my best week ever. This is going to be my best week ever. This is going to be my best week ever. Now I want you to visualize in your mind how many new clients you'd like to come into your business today, into your situation today. I want you to think about that. And if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, how many do you need? I want you to say it. I'm going to add 3 new clients this week. I'm going to add 3 new clients this week. I'm going to add 3 new clients this week. Say it. Listen, if you don't say it, I can't say it for you because I can't put you in a situation for you to make that change. You've got to say it. I'm going to add 3 new clients this week. I'm going to add 3 new clients this week. Say it. My family loves me and I love my family. My family loves me and I love my family. My family loves me and I love my family. Say it. I am a successful business owner. I am a successful business owner. I am a successful business owner. Say this. Listen. Success follows me because I am prepared. Success follows me because I am prepared. Success follows me because I am prepared. Say it. I will attract success today. 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 Say, I am a great mother, or I'm a great father, and my family loves me. I am a great mother or a great father, and my family loves me. I am a great mother and a great father, and my family loves me. Say this. My association loves me. ORRA loves me. ORRA loves me. President Reese Stewart loves you. I know he does. He's giving his entire business and year to you. I love you. You are loved. If no one else tells you today that you are loved, at 10:18 a.m. on October the 26th, look into my eyes. You need to understand that I love you. I don't want anything to happen to you. I don't want anything to ever come over you. If you're ever in trouble, let us know. This is Uplift with Cliff, but I have one expectation. I have one expectation, and that is that this week you're going to go out and help somebody. This week you're going to be an uplifter. This week you're going to change somebody's life, and I promise you that when you change their life, your life will change also. It is impossible physically for you to change somebody's life and your life not change also. Okay, yes, ORRA loves you. Diane, you are successful and you feel the love. Maria Alejandra, all my people out there, Gladys, it's so good to see you. Listen, guys, this has been Uplift with Cliff. It's 10:19. I'm getting ready to shut this thing out. I have got to tell you guys that I love you. I've got to tell you guys that you're awesome. I've got to tell you guys that I want you to tune in on next Monday. I apologize for the technical difficulties. We're going to do better. Cliff will do better. I knew that I needed to do something and I didn't do it. But listen, if you don't remember anything else, Polly, Claudia, Reese, remember this. President Reese loves you. I love you. And thoughts become things. Goodbye, everybody. All right.